You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, it's Jonathan Rose and welcome to Masters in Trading Live. Masters in Trading Live, I get on here each day the market's open, 11 a.m. to go over the market, share some thoughts. Once in a while, we'll share our trade of the day. I got the chat open. Welcome everybody. We always hop on 10 minutes early, say good morning. Today, I'm going to go over Uber versus Lyft. Two divergence trades that we look at all the time. But before I get into that, we had another just phenomenal trade. I'm going to go over that real quick, and then we'll go into the divergence. We are live, so I can't edit that. Then I'll go into the divergence. We have our chat up. Deward, great trade. Wow. Deward just shares a trade in QXO, bought for $1.90, and today he sold for a 535% gain. We celebrate those with a glockenspiel. All right, let's go to the screen share and let's have some fun. All right, I'm going to start here. Everybody in the chat, if you're not in the Discord yet, have you guys gone through the Masters in Trading Challenge? The Masters in Trading Challenge is going on right now. We just launched this. There's limited spots. Eric completed the training course. I found your style very educating and compelling, and the info informative. I have worked with other services, but I've dumped them all. That's what I want. And enrolled with advance notice. Began trading last Friday, and I'm happy to say my account is already a healthy shade of green. That's what I want for you. Education mitigates risk. Go through the 7-day challenge. I believe I could teach anybody to have a complete understanding of options going through that 7-day challenge. And after that, I wouldn't be surprised if you drop all your other services and just hang out with us. So Eric, thank you. I appreciate the trust, and I am stoked to be working with you. TMC. Wow-wee. TMC, let me tell you about this company, guys. Are you guys familiar with TMC? I know you guys in my Discord are. Are you guys familiar with TMC? Not TLC from growing up. TMC, the metals company. TMC is the metals company, and TMC is the only pure play deep sea mining company. Yeah, that's right. TMC is a pure play deep sea mining company. James, he sold half his TMC and he locked in 93,000 smackers. If that doesn't deserve a glockenspiel, then guys, I don't know what deserves a glockenspiel, because 93K, that does. Here's the original trade. Deep sea mining. Because the world is advancing quickly. We're moving to electric vehicles. Global demand for nickel, cobalt, manganese, and copper is skyrocketing. To summarize, China owns all the minerals. When we put tariffs on China, China says, well, fine, you can't have our minerals. So what are we going to do? Ooh, let's mine the sea. We're going to mine the sea. TMC shared the trade. We saw some unusual option activity. Options were 2 times higher than they have been. Key reasons of why we liked TMC, again, not TLC, TMC. Key reasons: only pure play exposure, high liquidity too, 2 million shares trade every day. Insiders are buying the poo-poo out of this stock. The government likes it. City president's directive to accelerate. President Trump says he wants to accelerate critical minerals significantly. He wants to de-risk the timeline. TMC leads the pack. There's deadlines. Guys, this is a phenomenal trade. We shared this thing at $4.12. Sorry, my bad. We shared this at $4.17 On June 2nd. On June 2nd, it was trading right here. France came out and talked about deep sea mining. The US is talking about deep sea mining. And we are crushing the stock. We own the options too. So always want to add as much proof as I possibly can for you. Denny makes about $3,400 on this trade. So I appreciate the trust. The creative trader wins. That's what we believe in. That's what we preach. Most of you have never heard of TMC. I hadn't heard of TMC either before I started falling down this rabbit hole of researching deep sea exploration. That's where I can add a ton of value for you guys, because while you're out playing on the weekend doing your family stuff, you have this crazy dude researching, because that's what I love to do. And that's how I found TMC. That's how I found QXO, which many of you guys are familiar with. And that's how I found this next trade, a divergence between Uber and Lyft. Let's go and talk about that right now. Oh, let's not, because I want to share how Shelly, in at 4, out at 7.95, 5 calls at 90 cents, and short the 12 calls at $1.05. Shelly has 0 risk on this call spread and can make $7K on a 10 lot. Now that is one heck of a trade. Shelly, great. Well, now let me move on and talk about this divergence trade. I got in the business in 1997. I started trading NASDAQ futures. I traded NASDAQ futures against S&P futures. I traded them as a divergence, one against the other. When one got cheap, when the other got expensive, we would buy one, we would sell the other. In 2002 to 2011, I did the exact same trades, but I traded bonds. The 2-year bond, the 3-year bond, the 5-year bond, the 7, the 10. We traded them as a divergence. We traded their relationship. Every single trade throughout my career has been some kind of divergence trade. Netflix taking market share from Blockbuster. Coke versus Pepsi. Ford against GM. There's divergences all over the place. This is a major divergence. It's a divergence that we watch all the time. The blue is going to be Lyft. The white is going to be Uber. What's the trade? The trade is whenever they separate, you may have a trade opportunity where you're trading one against the other. Here, Lyft gets really expensive, and here it comes all the way back. Right now, that trade looks like it's separating as well. What brought this trade to my attention is, again, I was just messing around. Dale, we've done this trade quite a few times, especially for the longer term members. But this is what happened yesterday. Yesterday, trade activity, $1.7 million in calls were purchased in Lyft. No put flow. No meaningful put flow. So what does this mean? Well, oftentimes it's a pretty bullish signal. So I don't know. Right now, is Lyft going to catch up with Uber? Traders could buy Lyft. Maybe you could do a trade in Uber to make a play for Uber going down. I don't know. But this is a trade that I want you to watch. It's a trade that presents often. One more final thought, because this is what we're going to be talking about on All Access. QXO. QXO is a trade that we shared with everybody. We shared this trade at 16. QXO ran all the way up to 24.50, and now it's pulled back. Why did it pull back? It pulled back because QXO is issuing more shares. And the question that I'm facing is, hey, JR, we're bullish QXO. QXO is pulling back. Should we buy more? Well, it's a good question, and something that we're going to be talking about in Discord. But before I leave you there, look at here. Do you know what happened here is the exact same thing that's happening here? You want to know what happened? Stocks down here, rallies up. When stocks rally very quickly, the company is going to sell shares. This rallied very quickly. The company sold shares at $19, which is right here. That put an offer, made the stock go down. It chilled out and then started going up again. They got in a bidding war with Home Depot for another company, GMS. It started rallying again. But as it rallies, the company is selling shares to raise money because they're an acquisition company. So QXO, I wouldn't get right back into this, but we are going to talk about it at length right now with our all access community. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're not involved with the challenge yet, the link is in the chat, mastersthinTrading.com/challenge 2025. I hope to see you in there. Everybody in all access, hang tight. We'll be right back.